What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be watching something that I've been wanting to watch/show you guys for a while now. It's a TV show that's in the same genre as like House Hunters and that kind of reality/educational type of show. It's called Doomsday Preppers. Now, you've probably either heard of the show or heard of the actual type of people that Doomsday prep. Now, season 2 of the show is on Netflix, but you can pretty much find every episode on YouTube. Now, what I love about this show is that every episode is hilarious unintentionally, or probably intentionally on the showrunner's part, but the people aren't trying to be funny, and that's what makes it so good. Now, something that every one of these episodes has is a very paranoid person who thinks the world is going to end in one of many ways, whether it be terrorism, nuclear bombs, climate change, you name it, someone's afraid of dying from it. And a lot of the times, not all the time, the prepper is a white man that's retired, very well off, and spending tons of money, wasting tons of money on their doomsday prep, and their families usually have to suffer for this. Today we're going to be watching what has to be my favorite episode, Season 2, Episode 3, The Time of Reckoning. Now this episode's special because it's a little bit longer than the others. Usually an episode is split into two parts where it's like one half of the episode is one prepper and then the other half is another, and they're two separate stories. This one's a little bit like that, but the two of them connect. They're prepper partners, if you will. One more thing that most of these guys share in common is that their little safe house or their safe haven where they go to when that disaster hits, they call it the Alamo. Almost all of them do. But anyways, let's just jump right into it.
Dr. Tom Perez is a retired chiropractor who lives in Houston, Texas, with his wife, Monica, and their 3 kids.
I have a daughter by the name of Kat. Our son, Thomas, is 12 years old. And we have Matthew, the youngest.
I love how he kind of forgot about Matthew there. I have a daughter, then I have a son. Oh, and then I also have Matthew, the youngest, who pretty much is just a shrunken version of his older brother.
We do not plan to stay in Houston. We plan to bug out as quickly and efficiently as we can.
Tom fears the dirty bomb. Once detonated, its blast can spread radiation anywhere from a city block to several square miles.
I love how the showrunners, they know that all this is bullshit and that all these people are crazy, because they even put little things in the bottom like, to date, no terrorist has been able to successfully detonate a dirty bomb. Just little reminders that these people are way too paranoid.
If a dirty bomb exploded in the Houston Metroplex area, there would be disarray. There would be people yelling, screaming, shooting.
Now notice how he says there would be people screaming and yelling. That will come up later, that it seems to really bother this guy when there's anything loud happening. I did not catch that on my first viewing of this, and now that I see this from the beginning with context of what happens later, it makes it that much funnier. You'll see in just a little bit.
Because Tom fears Houston could be uninhabitable after a dirty bomb explosion, his entire prepping plan begins with bugging out.
If the hit the fan, I would definitely get out of there.
That's just pure poetry if you ask me. If shit hit the fan, I would get out of there. Can I say something else? That just kind of came out, and I don't really think it sounds too smart.
The fastest Tom and his family have bugged out of their home is 10 minutes, a drill they usually practice twice a month.
Hurry!
Hey, get strapped up, okay, buddy?
Twice a month, holy shit. When I was his kid's age, and I had to do dishes, which only takes about 10 minutes, that was already something I really didn't want to do. So I can't imagine having to bug out with your crazy father twice a month. And especially if you're the youngest, just having to be literally dragged out of the house.
The Perez's bug out compound is 700 acres, bigger than 100 square New York City blocks. Tom's nicknamed his compound and its 2 limestone homes, the Alamo.
I told you. And if you go watch any other episode of this on Netflix or YouTube, see how many others call their shit the Alamo. Like, I imagine how happy he was when he just thought of that.
So he spent 10 years and more than $2 million turning his Alamo into a veritable fortress.
Dad, why can't I go to college again? Honey, when the dirty bombs go off, there will be no college. There will just be the Alamo.
For me, prepping is not an obsession. It's therapeutic. When I pass our gates here, my blood pressure drops 8 to 10 points.
But not before Tom performs a security check.
Anyone in here?
Gotten with a lot of these guys, you know that they're just like secretly in the back of their head bloodthirsty fucks. Like, I think they want someone to come and attack the Alamo, or they want someone to be in there waiting for him. Like, he won't say that's what he wants, but that's what he wants.
I spend approximately 5 hours, 6 hours a day determining on what I have prepped.
Remember how he said this wasn't an obsession?
Tom maintains about 46,000 rounds of ammunition, enough bullets to shoot every person in the county 12 times.
I bet he wanted the narrator to say that especially. Make sure you let them know that I can shoot everyone in the county 12 times. You know, I don't really think we need that stat in there. I think 40,000 rounds is like, already kind of sounds like a lot, you know? I could kill everyone in the county.
I'll bet another one.
Because Tom wants his family ready at all times, he drills their defense skills weekly.
All right, hold my spot.
So today, he's asked off-duty officers from the local sheriff's department to ambush their home without telling his 3 kids.
I don't see any way that this could not work out in the best way possible.
He's having off-duty officers from the local sheriff's department attack the compound. But his wife and 3 kids don't know it yet.
I've been training my children and my wife to kill anyone that enters the Alamo that shouldn't be there. And that's why I'm having law enforcement ambush the home without them knowing.
Grandpa's here, Grandpa's here.
Tom's trained his family to quickly respond to specific code phrases, each of which indicates a particular threat.
Grandpa's here means get ready. There's an intruder, get armed.
What did their grandpa do to them to where they made him, like, the butt of that code word? What do they say when grandpa's actually there? You know, something that would make them not shoot him on sight, you know?
Tom's given each family member a designated post. The children take a defensive position closer to the home.
Also, they're training with what looks like real guns. Now, I'm gonna take a wild guess here and say that they're probably not loaded, but that's like still pretty dangerous, even if they're not loaded. But like they said, their dad's very smart, so he knows best. Damn it.
Today, he wants to see how his 2 youngest would react if their father, mother, and older sister
Put your gun, let go of the gun, let go of the gun.
have men holding guns to their heads.
Put those guns down. Put the gun down, I'll shoot her.
Thomas,
I'll shoot
don't
her.
give him the gun. Don't give him the
I'll
gun,
shoot
Thomas.
her.
Don't give him
Put
the
the gun
gun.
down.
Matthew, no! Get away!
Put your gun down. Put your head behind your head.
On this episode of Doomsday Preppers, we learn how to safely secure your compound and how to scar your child for life. Just show him what it looks like when his mom, older sister, and dad have guns pointed at them and a lot of people screaming. When I was his age, I played t-ball, and look at me now.
Okay, everyone, quit. We're done.
He's got the fucking laser on this guy. Look at his chest.
I was getting close. It's okay to be aggressive. Don't be afraid to be aggressive. You know, you were going away from the threat instead of coming to it.
Why is Tom still holding his gun like that? They're all just chilling out talking, and Tom looks like he's about to cap any one of these guys any second.
Tom believes defending the Alamo's expansive land and provisions is a greater task than his family of 5 can take on alone. So to strengthen their forces against what could be millions of displaced Houstonians, Tom recruited another prepping family. Victoria, Gabriella, and Steve Vanass will unite with Tom at the Alamo.
Prepping is probably in the back of my mind more than sex.
Someone needs to put that on a Facebook shirt. This guy is really fucking weird, and you'll see exactly why.
Steven is rather unusual. However, he is no different than what I am.
If Tom thinks this guy's weird, that's honestly all you need to know, is that Tom thinks he's weird, and that's coming from Tom.
Time of reckoning is just around the corner. And that's why I'm prepping, and that's why the rest of you are prepping.
I don't know why Hollywood keeps wasting its time with all these A-list actors playing the Joker in movies, when they really just need this weird fuck.
It's so easy to manufacture. The unpredictability of a dirty bomb is the terrorist's best weapon. We've been lucky so far. I don't think our fortune will hold out.
Never go for the head. The victim gets all fuzzy.
I consider my family backup as well, too. I want to train Victoria in the proper and responsible use of firearms. For goodness sakes, who knows? Someday, she might have my back.
I want you guns.
There you have it, folks. You're going to hear her say that about 3 or 4 times in this episode, because she really does not like guns.
I think about Victoria fighting a gun is freaking me out. It's very dangerous. I don't like the idea, but you need to do it.
Yes, I really have to learn because I need to.
His family hates him. His family really fucking hates him. The other family, the one that we watched like before that they're gonna connect with, they all seem to worship their dad and think he's the smartest man in the world and everything he's doing makes him a god.
When are we going?
Victoria, we're going to Shiloh Shooting Range, introduce you to the proper handling of firearms and respect for firearms. Just want you to be safe.
The .40 caliber pistol is considered one of the most effective handguns in stopping a threat with a single shot, and is used by many law enforcement agencies.
Good. Great job. Very nice. That was a good shot.
Really?
Uh-huh. Look.
Oh.
Very good job. How'd that feel? Weird.
And it's at this point where you think, okay, Victoria's going to shoot the gun, and she's going to be like, oh, that wasn't so bad. Dad, I love you.
I feel so proud right now.
I don't think I will shoot again.
And I feel like I'm better prepared now because I can count on Victoria.
I don't think you can count on Victoria to do anything close to saving your life if she has to. Also, God, it's so uncomfortable to watch. And especially when she hugs him. No, not when she hugs him. When he hugs her and she just kind of puts her hand on him. Okay, now the two preppers are finally going to meet at the Alamo. I forgot the weird fuck's name. We'll hear it eventually and then I can start using his name again. And they're going to do their normal routine, except Tom switches it up on the weird fuck. And we'll see how that goes, I guess.
Bugging out to the Alamo is central to Steve's plan. But even after prepping together for 4 years, Tom views Steve as his protege.
Steve has become an integral part of our prepping. However, I try to give him advice, but in my opinion, I would say I'm a better prepper.
The tea is hot. You can dislike the video for that, that's fine. I understand.
So today, for the first time, he is testing Steve's commitment to their plan. Tom has trained his kids to challenge the Vanasses when they arrive, to make sure they do not bring anyone but themselves.
Get on your knees!
What about the girls? Do they have weapons?
They're both unarmed. We drove all the way from Houston. Let us the hell in!
Let us the hell in.
Dad, it's Steven! They're friendlies!
Damn!
You scared the hell out of me.
Sorry, Uncle.
That's some serious operational security.
They're gonna open up the gate or what?
That was alarming. I had every course of adrenaline just pushing through me. He did exactly what he should have done.
God, Steve loves Tom so much. Tom could do literally anything to him, and he'd respect it. Like, if Tom would have just shot his wife, Steve would have been like, you know, it really sucks that my wife's dead and all, but, you know, Tom knows what he's doing. The wife being dead thing kind of sucks, but, you know, Tom does know best.
So today, they are testing their most deadly defense plan to date, IEDs.
This would be a great place to practice IED placement.
Tom and Steve will detonate an IED from inside a hunting blind, 20 feet high.
3, 2, 1. Hey, get back, Steve.
Steve, I'm gonna fucking kill you if you don't stop touching me. Sorry, Tom, I just love you so goddamn much.
One thing I do find irritating about Steven is safety. Steven has not grown up with weapons like I did.
I am a big believer in large capacity magazines. My attitude is the bigger the better.
Texas. Just remember earlier what I said about Tom not liking loud sounds?
Target acquired, Tom.
Well, that was the scariest thing I've ever heard in my life. Target acquired, Tom.
Fire in the hole.
No, you're not bleeding. You don't have any discharge. Does it hurt at all?
I can't hear you. Damn it, Steve. I don't want to stand. Things are spinning.
Do you feel better now that you're laying down?
Things are spinning.
Tom had ear protection, and Steve even let him know, hey, I'm shooting in 3 seconds, and he counted it down, but I guess that's not enough for Tom.
I saw the shell eject toward the window, so it wasn't near his face or anything. I'm not coming up with excuses or explanations or anything. I don't know. I don't know what happened.
It's always the guys that put this much planning into all of this shit and protecting their compound that ended up being the biggest pussies, which I guess is like why they're overcompensating in all these other areas, like having 40,000 rounds of ammunition. But like, holy shit, you expected to survive a dirty bomb attack, but Steve's gun being fired off in the same room as you is like enough for you to just check out for the day.
Steve's mistake might be the end of their prepping partnership.
When we checked him out, his vitals were a little bit elevated just from the adrenaline, the shock, the fear, but he was fine.
Man, you fucked up, man. You fired inside the freaking blind, dude.
Fired inside the fucking blind, dude.
I might have to let you go. Sorry, I don't know what.
No matter what happens, man, I'm still here for you. Pam. I'm heartbroken.
Their relationship reminds me of Michael and Dwight on The Office. How, like, Michael's kind of a dope, yet Dwight still looks up to Michael. Like, Tom's already a fucking weirdo. So Steve being even more of a fucking weirdo, he's like, looks up to him and he's like, damn, I really fucked up. He had ear protection on and I warned him, but I shouldn't have fired my gun when we were firing guns. And they have this weird power imbalance. So even though, like, Steve didn't do anything wrong, he didn't, like, fuck up like Tom's making it sound like. But since Tom was all dramatic and being like, I can't have you on the team, man, now Steve's gonna be like super like, yep, yeah, I'm sorry, you know what, from here on out, rules, safety, God, anything for you, Tom.
But after realizing he did not suffer any permanent damage, Tom reassessed whether or not to end his 4-year partnership with Steve.
We're gonna have to work on a lot of rules. Safety needs to be put first. No, I'm just worried, that's all, man. Okay?
Your ranch, your rules.
All right.
I respect that.
Okay, man.
Being prepared is not a straight line. I certainly have room for improvement. All right, let's eat. Feast. And I recognize that.
Yeah, Steve's a fucking weirdo. Holy shit. Steve's the kid in your elementary school class that could, like, flip his eyelids inside out and would do it without you asking him to do it. I hope that you all learned a lot about doomsday prepping, dysfunctional families, weird fucks, and dirty bombs. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. It lets me know that you guys are enjoying what I'm putting out. If you want to see more Doomsday Prepper videos, there's a lot of other ones that I would love to watch with you guys. So go ahead and let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.